What's up, guys? This is Theo here, back with CodeCademy Part 3 of AngularJS. So earlier, if you watched Part 2, for some reason I couldn't get this link function to work. I don't know, I guess just coming back to it later, it now works, but I did move it above the template URL key, but as you can see, we'll get the green light here. Cool. So let's move on to 6, and what 6 says, so a little bit about the link function. Used to create interactive directives that respond to user actions. And inside the link function, two properties. So now we're going to write the template. So we're going to put this inside of our template. All this is doing is binding to button text. So let's run that real quick. And let's move on. So it says use the new directive in the view. Add the install app element inside the card div under the app info. Okay. So let's put it right here. So we're going to put install app. Let's run that. And then looks like we can see it. So cool. That's it for this one. Well done. An install button now shows up under each app. When you click the button, it changes to an uninstall button. When you click it again, it changes to back to uninstall. What can we generalize so far? Directives are a powerful way to create self-contained interactive components. Unlike jQuery, which adds interactively as a layer on top of HTML, AngularJS treats interactivity as a native component of HTML. Cool, so let's move on to the next one, which will be services. Use services to communicate with a server. So let's start this lesson, guys. And this lesson has a total of 3 parts to it. Cool. So it says in the browser frame on the right, visit. So we're going to visit this, which looks like just some JSON. So create a service named forecast. Let me reset this, and we can do this from scratch. I think it's important to show you that I can do it from scratch. So let's refresh this. Looks like it's not refreshing it, but basically what you do is, I will change this for you, and we're going to return, using the HTTP service, a GET request, okay, to this right here, this JSON. We're going to grab this, and we're going to use a then function, which is a promise. When it returns that promise, we're going to get a response, and then from that response, what do we want to do with it? We just want to return the response.data. Otherwise, we have a function error handler, which takes in an error, and will return error. So that should work the same way. I just like the then. Let's just make sure this works. Alright, and then 3, include JS services forecast and index.html on the new line. So let's do that. So it looks like we want to include, looks like it's already in there. Cool. And in the controller, modify main controller. Okay, so let's go to controllers, main controller. Let's grab that by passing it the forecast service. So it's going to have access to it. So we've just said forecast, and then we pass it forecast. And then we will say, alright, looks good. Let's run that. Cool. And then inside main controller, use the forecast service to save the weather data into scope.5day equals data. So we'll say forecast dot, let's run this. Let's see, forecast dot function success. And that should still work. So we're calling it success in this case. So cool. That's going to receive some data, and then we're storing the data with that 5-day. So cool. Okay. In the browser, we're going to visit this JSON, looking at the format of the days in the array. Each day has 4 pieces of data: date, time, icon, high and low. Cool. Let's visit localhost to display the app. Let's finish the view so that it displays the weather for each day. Notice in the view we're using ng repeat to loop through each item in the days array. Okay, Let's look through. Okay, inside the loop, display of days, 4 pieces of data. So let's see. Day and 5 day, date time. So now we're just binding to the date time, the high, the low. What is it saying in here? I think I might have to go back and just use the way that they wanted me to use the service. So let me change this to what they had. You can use either one, but like I said, they're pretty strict on their syntax. So let's just change it back to the success and error, and let's move back to 2. And so basically now inside of our index.html, we're going to come back here, and we should have everything bound. So let's make sure that works. Cool. And then 3, use the date filter to format the date time. So we piped it to date. Cool. So it's formatted it nicely. And 3, wire service is useful. So instead of filling the controller with code to fetch weather data from a server, it's better to move this independent logic, like I've talked with you guys about, MVC architecture, separation of concerns, and reusable components so that it can be reused by other parts of the app. What can we generalize so far? Directives are a way to make standalone UI components like app info, and reusable services are a way to make standalone communication logic like forecast, which fetches weather data from a service. So that's it for that part of the course, guys. Up next, pretty short unit. We just finished services. So the last one that we have is on routing. Add routes to build powerful single-page applications. That was pretty short. This is a pretty short course on their site. Once I finish this, guys, I'm going to do the JavaScript course, and we're going to get pretty in-depth in that. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Sorry about earlier how I couldn't figure that out, but hopefully this video helped clear it up. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Angular definitely is tough if you don't have any experience with it, or if you're just brand new to the concept of data binding or MVC or JavaScript. But hopefully I could help. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Have a great day.